God Shiva speaks. The Father says, when you give knowledge to anyone, consider him to be a soul and then give him knowledge. By doing this, they will be filled with the power of spirituality. By instilling this new habit in yourself, when you give this knowledge to anyone, the arrow will quickly strike the target. The consciousness of bodies will continue to finish, and no storms of Maya, which is sin, or bad thoughts will come. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, I, God Shiva, the one spiritual Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, who gives each of you Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Prajapita Brahma's souls, a third eye of knowledge, explain to you spiritual children. No one except I, Shiv Baba, can give you a third eye of knowledge. Each of you Brahman souls has now received a third eye of knowledge. You now know that this old impure world is about to be changed to the new pure world. The people of the world does not know who will change it or how I, Shiv Baba, will change it because they don't have a third eye of knowledge. You Brahman souls have now received a third eye of knowledge through which you know the beginning, middle, and the end of this world cycle. This is the saccharin of knowledge. Even a drop of saccharin is so sweet. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, there is just the one word of knowledge, Manmana Bhav. This word is the sweetest word of all. Consider yourself to be a soul, and remember me, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, alone. I, Shiv Baba, is showing you Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, the path to the land of peace, which is the soul world, and the land of happiness, which is heaven. I, Shiv Baba, came to give you Brahman souls your inheritance of heaven, and so you shall have a great deal of happiness. This is the powerful nourishment for staying in pleasure for your future 21 births. Continue to serve one another this nourishment. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, the nourishment of knowledge and yoga, remembrance of me, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, is first class and wonderful, and it is only I, Shiv Baba, the one spiritual surgeon, who has this nourishment. No one else knows about this nourishment. The gifts of liberation and liberation in life remains with me, Shiv Baba. It is I, Shiv Baba, who comes at the end of each and every world cycle to give you Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, these. Then Ravan, the five vices, which is body consciousness, lust, greed, anger, and attachment, snatch the gifts away from you souls. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, know it is only I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, the teacher and true Sadguru, true spiritual guide, who takes all souls back home to the soul world with me, Shiv Baba. You receive the kingdom of the world from me, Shiv Baba, the most beloved Father of all souls. This is not a small thing. Godly student life is the best life. This praise applies to this time. Then in the new pure world, you will continue to celebrate in happiness. People of the world do not know when true happiness is celebrated, so they continue to do it here in hell. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, has came once again to make you Brahmins the more-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls into the masters of the new pure world of heaven time. Therefore, you must remember me, Shiv Baba, while you are walking and moving around, so that your sins of many births can be cut away. You have become very impure, so you have to remember me, Shiv Baba, in order to become pure once again and become the masters of the pure new world. You call out to me, Shiv Baba, the purifier Father of all souls to come. Now that I, Shiv Baba, has came, you definitely have to become pure once again. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, is teaching you Brahmins the more-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, Raja Yoga, and you should study it fully. You should study and imbibe, practice it fully. Everyone is, as always, number-wise in studying anyway. Each of you should look at yourself. Am I the highest, average, or lowest? Am I worthy of claiming a high status in heaven? Am I doing spiritual service to make others like myself? Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, become serviceable and follow me, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father. I, Shiv Baba, came for the sake of doing service. I do service every day. This is why I, Shiv Baba, has taken this old chariot of Prajapita Brahma on loan. When Prajapita Brahma chariot becomes ill, I, Shiv Baba, sits in his chariot and write demurely, flute of knowledge. If I, Shiv Baba, cannot speak through his mouth, so I therefore write it down instead, so that you Brahmins, the more-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, don't miss a merely. Therefore, I, Shiv Baba, too, is on service. This is spiritual service. You Brahman souls, too, shall engage yourselves in doing I, Shiv Baba's service. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, consider yourselves to be souls and see others as your brother souls. Forget your bodies. I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, does not see bodies either. I, Shiv Baba, only see souls. However, there is the knowledge that the soul cannot speak without the body. I, Shiv Baba, has entered the body of Prajapita Brahma in order for me to speak this knowledge. I has taken his body on loan. I, Shiv Baba, sits here in the middle of his forehead too, with him. The center of the forehead is the immortal throne for every soul in a body. Only when a soul is in a body can he study. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, each soul is an immortal image. Souls do not become smaller or larger. The body becomes smaller or larger. The middle of the forehead is the immortal throne of each soul. Everyone's body is different. The immortal throne of some soul is that of a man, and the immortal throne of others is that of a woman. The immortal throne of some is of a child. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, came to give you Brahmins, the more-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, this knowledge at this confluence age. Consider yourself to be souls. You came bodiless, took bodies here on earth, and played your full parts for 84 births in a 5,000-year time period. You now have to go back home to the soul world, pure and bodiless, just like how you came. Therefore, consider yourselves to be souls and have the vision of brotherhood. You Brahman souls have to make this effort. You have to make your own effort. What concern do you have with others? Charity begins at home. That is, consider yourselves to be souls, and then explain to your brother souls, and the arrow will strike the target. You have to fill yourselves with this force. Only when you make effort will you claim a high status in heaven. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. Lord Shiva speaks. The Father says, you have to tolerate a few things. Just remain silent when anyone says something wrong. What can the other person do if you remain silent? Clapping takes place with two hands. If the first one claps with his mouth, but the other one remains silent, then the first one will automatically become silent. Only when there is clapping of two hands is there noise. You Brahmins, the more-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, have to bring benefit to each other. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022. Lord Shiva speaks. The Father says, you speak to souls, and so you have to look at the soul in the center of the forehead. Although you give knowledge through your body, you have to break the consciousness of your body. Practice looking at the third eye of others with your third eye of knowledge. Always try to look at the soul and not the body, and you will not have any criminal thoughts, and all bad thoughts will finish. Gateway to Heaven, the 10th of January 2022.